This week, Rowan forgets to charge his spider, Jake the Snake Roberts has a client, and Jeff Hardy returns more healthier, hungrier, and thirstier than ever before. He pinky promises this time. Welcome to the Full Nelson Press. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Full Nelson Press. My name is Brandon Kirkpatrick. I'm here with my co-host, Peter O'Brien. You can find him on Twitter at MVP360. You can find myself on Twitter at Johnny_Tango. And you can follow the Full Nelson Press on Twitter at TFNP. Hey, Pete. Happy 316, buddy.
Dude, 316. Dum bum 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 bum. Give me some beers. Let's go. Crack them open.
Someone break a window.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm not gonna. We have to pay for that. I'm not gonna break a window. Not gonna do it.
Felicia was like, you seem really upset that tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day. And I was like, yeah, because it casts such a high shadow on what the most popular holiday should be, 316.
Oh my god. How am I gonna celebrate? Well, I might do a puzzle.
You gotta stay inside.
I'll probably do a puzzle. But yeah, I'm interested to see what they're gonna do for Raw tonight. Like, it's going to be weird again. Because SmackDown was weird.
Poor Stone Cold's just going to be standing in an arena by himself.
He's going to be like, what? And then Triple H is going to be like, no one said anything.
All right, well, let's get into our news roundup brought to you by WrestlingPages.com. Check out Wrestling Pages app on the App Store and Google Play. First thing here is they finally revealed what is in Eric Rowan's cage. It was a fake spider. Sounds like they just wanted to just kill the storyline, so fuck it.
They killed it. They were very adamant about killing that thing.
Right.
When that popped out, I was literally like, oh my god, that's really it? They hyped this train up, and he's like, there's something scary. It didn't even look real. Vince, are you telling me you couldn't get someone to build a better looking spider than one that you can clearly see the wheels and it's just those mechanical arms?
I think they bought it at Target.
They had to.
Someone has to find it online because it's like a $30 prop.
I think it's a Halloween gift.
Eric Rowan, I'm trying to look it up here. He's been in the WWE since 2011, I want to say. He's had more characters than Mick Foley, and none of them sticking.
That guy, he had a good thing going with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I didn't mind that.
And then it's over. He's another one of those guys that is just wallowing in the wind that, like, they just can't figure out how to do.
Apparently, he plays a good supporting character, because I didn't mind him with the Wyatt family.
Nope.
I hated the Bludgeon Brothers.
Well, we all did.
Yeah, but I didn't mind his whatever his gimmick was. I think it was just, I like to be quiet and listen to death metal was his gimmick when he was with D-Bry.
Who doesn't?
I guess so.
And then you have Ace Ventura running around in the background.
Dude, you have been cooped up too long.
I've been watching a lot of movies.
Next, Rob Gronkowski. He's going to be getting an official WWE contract signing.
Time out. I called that thing
but it was
years
pretty obvious.
ago. It was obvious, but when he retired is when I flat out said, Gronk is coming to WWE. Vince will not mess that up. And the fact that Mojo Rawley is one of his best friends and still has a job.
By the way, they're completely dropping Mojo's, like, whatever this tweener gimmick that he's got, this edgelord thing going. They just done.
Yeah.
He's just going to be his best friend now. So get ready for Miz and Morrison to lose their titles, I think, to these two very soon.
The Gronk Mojo. Mojo Gronk. Gronkowski.
Bring back Hype Bros. Just do that.
You literally could. You know, I'm not looking forward to it. I hate Gronk. I don't care.
I do too.
I'm a Bills fan, folks. I have the right to hate Gronkowski. He cheap shotted Tre'Davious White. He almost took him out for a
Hey, this is a
I'm out of it.
I don't even know what that means.
Yes, you do. Whatever. Go Bills. Bills Mafia.
See, the thing is with Gronk, he has a lot of personality. I just hate his personality.
He's an idiot. Like, when he talks, he doesn't sound smart.
But Mojo never has either.
People, for some reason, gravitate towards him talking, and I'm like, he really doesn't sound that great. Neither do I. All right? I'm not bragging either, folks. But Gronk is Gronk. I don't know. He has the personality, and I instantly saw Vince was like, why not come to wrestling, make a ton of money,
Well, Mama always said stupid is what stupid does. So
No, stupid is stupid does, Miss Blue. Forrest Gump! Cooped up!
Jeff Hardy has returned to SmackDown with using his rare move called the Twist of Fury.
Yeah, Matt Hardy was like, yeah, don't know why they changed the name.
Don't own the trademark.
Flat out says, I don't own that trademark. And they were like, yeah, well, you know what? You left us. Great. I guess WWE, like, has to realize AEW was gonna have, like, these other stars coming in. Like, they're having people being introduced. Where WWE's like, guys, you know Jeff Hardy. He was on the show Ink Masters.
They did really bad with how they handled Matt Hardy's return. Jeff Hardy, I mean, between injuries and getting arrested, it's just same old Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy's Jeff Hardy. Like, who really cares? This isn't back when they were the best, like one of the best tag teams. I almost said the best, but they were up there.
Wow.
They were up there.
Oh, yeah. Back in the TLC heydays, yes.
But now,
absolutely.
They're not. And I don't care about Jeff Hardy at all. And yeah, I understand he has problems. I get it. Everyone has problems. But that dude keeps getting chances where I see other stars that mess up just one little bit. And Vince is like, nope, get out. And Jeff Hardy's like, well, I'll put eyeballs on my eyelids so when I close my eyes,
so stupid.
it looks like I'm looking at you. And Vince is like, yeah, dude, reinvent. You're awesome. You're top card. So good for you, Jeff. Like, I'm really glad you actually still have a career where some people don't.
Yeah, good for you, buddy. Let's talk about Scott Steiner. He was rushed to the hospital last week during an Impact taping. Looks like after this, the 57-year-old underwent heart surgery. Tommy Dreamer tweeted that Steiner is expected to make a full recovery. Well, which is obvious because he's the genetic freak.
Yeah. In his honor, we watched his workout tape on YouTube. I will plug the hell out of this.
You've shown it to me.
This is the funniest thing. He's riding on a motorcycle and he has this girl on his back and he's like, yeah, baby. Yeah. Kelsey, you want to see me work out, Kelsey? Okay, Kelsey, let's go watch me work out, Kelsey. Oh, hey, Shonda, you want to watch me work out too? And then he's just like, oh, Kelsey, you know, you get my blood going, got my blood pressure up. And I'm like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. So if you need a workout plan during these times, go to Scott Steiner's workout videos on YouTube. They're excellent. You'll get, I think, in shape. I don't know.
There's this amazing time in WCW, I think it's like end of 2000, 2001, where like WCW's starting to like tilt and they don't realize their content's trash. Like I think Macho Man comes out with a rap around this time too. And it's just some of the best content. And I think Scott Steiner is in a lot of that shit too.
Yeah, he is. And it's Scott Steiner, if you watch like his montages, he was so funny. Mm-hmm. Like he would just say whatever he wants. Yeah, you're over there with your fat asses. And you're like, what? There was one where you can see he was the ring announcer during TNA. And he does all the entrances. Look that one up. That one's hilarious.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, I guess what we're really just trying to say is best of
yeah,
best
dude.
Of luck for
I
you,
hope
Steiner.
he gets better. I always been a Scott Steiner fan.
Holler if you hear me.
Well, let's get into the Elimination Chamber.
Why? Did you know the Elimination Chamber's pods are bulletproof?
But they're not Otis proof.
No, they
we'll get
aren't.
to that. First match of the night is the Viking Raiders defeat Hawkins and Zack Ryder in the kickoff show. There's no need for this. There's no momentum for this. I really think this was just here to let us know that Ryder and Hawkins was still on the roster.
I think it was also to let you know the Viking Raiders were still on the roster. I have no idea.
They've been doing a lot of things with the AOP lately.
Yeah, but they just been popping out and doing that. And all of a sudden they're like, they get a match. Like, and it wasn't even against them. It was Hawkins and Ryder. What was the point?
Exactly.
Bravo, WWE. Way to build that part of the card up.
Well, would you rather watch that or more of the panel?
Oh, I think I'd rather watch the match than panel.
Yeah.
I mean, we're sitting here analyzing, but their analyzing is just they're too try hard.
Well, they're hype men. They're hype men for 2 hours just to be like, you should be paying for this.
Sam Roberts is on my screen. I turn it off. Like, I can't with that guy. That.
He looks like if you you accidentally microwaved a Chia Pet.
I could see that.
First match of the night, which I think is funny that it's Daniel Bryan versus Drew Gulak. Even though we have 2 Elimination Chamber matches, I still think this match outperformed them both the Chamber matches.
Yeah, it was really good.
This was an awesome match.
Yeah.
D-Bry gets the win. Really liked how Bry, I think he went backstage and pulled some strings so we could have this match with Drew. Drew get more airtime, I think is great. He used to do the no-fly zone, and he teamed with somebody. like a few years back. I don't remember who it was, and it was awesome. I really like Drew Gulak.
Yeah, I expected that when those two got partnered up. I'm like, this match is going to be great. And what do you know it was?
Yep.
Did not disappoint like everything else. Like, that match was awesome.
They're both very technical wrestlers. Do you think they could still like put on good tag matches?
Yeah, I think they will. They'll be good. I see they're kind of together. Did you see they came out together on that SmackDown? So
Yeah.
are they doing a team there?
I don't know. To me, it looks like Daniel Bryan and then second Daniel Bryan. Like if you choose the same character twice in a fighting game.
Yep.
Next match is Andrade. He retains his U.S. title against Humberto Carrillo.
Don't care.
Everything we saw in this match, we've seen on Raw before. Even taking the padding off and doing shit like that, we've seen it all from these two.
This matchup is so stale and lame. Like, I'm over it. The first time I was into it, not anymore.
I'll give it to Humberto and especially Andrade. They're talented performers, but like you got to give them something. You should have made this a ladder match, you know, or something. But this wasn't. This was just blah.
Plain Jane, don't care. Like, I'm sorry, like, if that comes off negative, but I couldn't. When I saw this match was happening again, I'm like, it's been happening. Even though Andrade was suspended, it still feels like this match has happened like 12 times.
Absolutely.
I'm just over
It's
it.
drawn out, especially because it was a feud, and then Andrade got suspended, and then he came back, and they just continued this feud. So, like, to them, it's fresh. To us, it's exhausting.
Yep. I was done with it.
Next is the first Elimination Chamber match. This is for the SmackDown titles. This was just a bunch of people. I think it was New Day, Lucha House Parties, Miz and Morrison.
Yeah, it happened. I didn't know who the champions were. That was surprising. The Lucha Bros tried stuff.
Dude, Lindsay Dorado doing that shooting star press, just dangling from the top of the
that was
chamber.
awesome.
That was cool.
But, like, the rest of it, I mean, Otis flies through the cage.
Tucker does that somersault off the pod.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
I think the Elimination Chamber has, like, dulled now.
I think it's the change of it, because it makes it look more flimsy. Like, the doors look more flimsy. Everything in it, it's got pad outside of it instead of, like, the steel grate. It just doesn't have that same aura that it used to.
Yeah, like where we would watch guys like land on the steel and you'd be like, ouch. Where now they're landing on that mat and you're like, so? That's the same as like them landing outside right now. And I'm not telling them to like hurt themselves, but like I think the aura of them that they could get hurt, like it just, now that that's gone, it just looks like a regular match.
I think the other thing is because we both were doing the show when they originally revealed this new Elimination Chamber. We were both very positive of it, but I think it's definitely got some wear and tear.
Yeah.
And it does not look the same as it did when we first saw the reveal of it. It's definitely beaten up. So that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ziggler throws Otis through the pod. That was, I mean, it just looked like, it just made the actual chamber look like shit.
Yeah, and I mean, for the new people who are watching and they saw it, they'd probably be like, wow, but like, for the other wrestling fans who have been watching for a while, I'm like, really? Okay.
I mean, plus it was Ziggler that threw Otis through it. Ziggler threw him through 2 bulletproof panels. Right on, dude. Next is Alistair Black. He defeats AJ Styles with assistance from Undertaker. I knew this was just going to be like a flash in the pan kind of match, but with the tables and the kendo stick and the chairs, I did like the beginning of this, but I always was reminded that I knew this was going to end with Taker coming out at some point.
Yeah, there wasn't any surprise to it. See, this is why this event needs to not happen, because there's no surprises. Like, if you're a wrestling fan and you know what's happening, like, there's nothing. This match just didn't need to happen. They could have just let it go and done something else. And yeah, it's cool that Undertaker came out. Like, I'm glad that's starting to take form. You know, WrestleMania season is just so lame now because, like, now they're rushing to fill the biggest card on the planet.
Right. They're dropping everything for this. And they do this every year.
It's just like everything's just like boom, and then they try to rewrite everything. Where back in the day, storylines went on the whole year.
We should have been having storylines going from SummerSlam up into here. The other thing is there were no stakes in this. Roman wasn't on the card. Goldberg, Lesnar, Becky Lynch, Bayley. I mean, some of these are world champions, and they're not even on the on the card at all. You could have slept over this fucking pay-per-view.
Absolutely.
Next, Profits defeat Rollins and Murphy to retain the Raw Tag Team titles. This just felt like another Raw match. I mean, with AOP coming out, Raiders helping out, Owens showed up to eat popcorn. All of it just felt like something that they could have just put on any of the Raws or just rewrote on previous Raws.
Yeah, the more we're talking about this event, why are we even talking about it? We all know it. Just say it's nothing happened.
And that's why we're flying through it.
So yeah, bravo, Street Profits. I'm glad.
Yeah, good on you.
Why did they even put the belts on Murphy and Rollins? Like to try to give Murphy like a lift? It's over already.
Well, who do you want Profits to face next on the Raw?
I honestly don't know. I do not know because I have no idea who's a tag team that is viable anymore because they've buried all of them so hard. So no one.
Right on. All right, so just Street Profits tag team champs forever.
Yep.
We'll move on to Braun Strowman. He finally lost his IC championship after 10 days in a handicap match. He took on Nakamura, Cesaro, and now the new IC champ, Sami Zayn. There were some positives. I liked how Braun's cockiness really made him lose his title because he's had handicap matches before. He's been taking on jobbers, but nothing like Nakamura, Cesaro, and Zayn. I would have been upset if Strowman would have came out victorious here. I really would.
I'm upset that this had to happen to get Sami Zayn an IC belt. This is so... Oh, this one really ticked me off. This is so stupid. I'm about to blow up. You have Sami Zayn, who is one of the top tier stars in NXT, who now is a complete nobody. You had Nakamura, who is one of the top tier wrestlers from New Japan, who they've made into a nobody. And then you have Cesaro, who has not put on a bad match ever in being in WWE. And you think you put all three of them together in a handicap match to take on Braun Strowman smart? So you take all these guys who are actually really, really good, and then you want us to try to believe that Braun Strowman's going to win? And then that's the only way Sami Zayn can get a belt in WWE? Get out of here.
It still makes all three of them
look weak. And I'm sorry, and I like all three of those guys. But this made them look worse than him beating them.
I'm kind of used to it with Cesaro, but you could really just see the dead eyes in Nakamura.
They're getting paychecks now. Because why would they risk doing anything that could really put their career in jeopardy?
It would have made it better if you made this a fatal four-way and they were still all three friends.
Yeah.
Just writing it that way would have made it so much better. Sami Zayn could have won the same exact way, and then you just call it a fatal four-way.
I'm over it.
Speaking of over it, let's get to the main event, the Elimination Chamber. Whoever wins this moves on to take on Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. We have Shayna Baszler, who eliminates Natalya, Liv Morgan, Asuka, Ruby Riott, and Sarah Logan, which I'm not upset about because other than Asuka, the rest of them are kind of jobbers. I mean, even Natalya, she comes up to build up some people, but she doesn't do too much. This wasn't a star-studded fucking chamber to be all upset because Shayna won and just eliminated everyone. Good on her. It was actually, I thought, an intelligent way to push her. However, the match itself, horribly paced. Us having to stand there for 3 fucking minutes to just watch Asuka and her yell at each other was not entertaining.
You knew Shayna was going to win. I'm glad she won, and I'm glad they put in people that you really weren't going to hurt on the card, except Asuka. Stop doing that to her. She's too good.
Why make it 3 minutes of her standing there when you could have added just 3 more minutes to the match? Even if Asuka loses, still build her up. Her defeating Asuka, I think, symbolizes that was something that Becky tried to do throughout the whole year, and then she gets her to tap out. That makes sense, but how they just paced the match was just horrendous.
Yeah, I really don't have anything to say. I'm glad Shayna won.
How do you want to grade this event?
F. It was stupid. Not even Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak could save it. None of the matches made sense. Nothing was really set up for Mania, except for Undertaker coming out, which it could have done on Raw, except for Shayna Baszler becoming the #1 contender, which it could have done on Raw. This event was freaking pointless. And it made no sense, and I'm giving it a straight up F. I know I sound so negative on this podcast today because we're talking about the dumbest event since Great Balls of Fire.
I'm going to give it a D. Because there was still momentum that they had to do. We just knew they were going to do it. So I'll go with the D. Let's move on to something positive. Let's predict AEW Blood and Guts. I think that's the 25th of March. So I think next week, the main event is going to be a War Games match, which is the Elite versus the Inner Circle. I am so excited.
I'm super pumped. AEW has not messed up. I'm sorry. The biggest thing they messed up was Brandy Rhodes. And they were just like, whatever, just stop before it gets
Just
too
stop.
deep. You're done.
Bring in
And
Kong. Bring in Awesome Kong.
It's perfect. And I just love watching AEW wrestling, man. It's entertaining.
It's general mystery going on. Like, there's like, I don't know who's gonna win.
Nope.
I don't know who Jake the Snake Roberts' new client is.
It's Brody Lee.
I think it is too. What are they gonna do with Moxley though? Like, I don't know who he's gonna be competing against.
Probably Pac is the next one in line.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think MJF is in line, but I think they want to save that for a pay-per-view.
I think they're waiting with MJF for a little bit just because he's so young. I think they're going to let him marinate a little more, even though he is pretty on fire right
I think he's number one contender if you go off of their rankings. That's why I'm saying I think they're going to wait for the next big pay-per-view.
now. But see, we don't know.
We don't
And that's
know,
what makes
but we're
AEW
excited.
so great.
Less is more, and I think they understand that.
Yes, they do.
Look at our moods completely change after
I'm
just
sorry.
30 seconds of talking
Elimination
about AEW.
Chamber just was just as good as watching Love is Blind on Netflix. I think the Inner Circle needs to win this one.
I think you're right. You know what would be really cool if that this is the match that kind of breaks up the Elite, because I think you need to break up the Elite in AEW. I think they all need to go their own ways, and I think having maybe the Hangman be the reason that they lose
I
might
think it'd be great.
the way. Yeah, I think because they kind of planted the seeds for that in the last pay-per-view Revolution. So it'd be cool if that's what they're gonna do.
Absolutely.
Moving on, let's talk about WWE. They are airing their events at the Performance Center. We've already had NXT, SmackDown, 205 Live, and then Raw tonight. It's interesting.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But let's be real, like, we still, like, as a society, we need something. The fact that there's only, like, 10 people there, it's easy to contain what's going on.
Right.
And I don't think it's a big deal that they're doing it there. I think it's weird, and it's
Yeah,
kind of
it is weird.
entertaining. Like, Asuka skipping down just like, she doesn't care.
Did you see the footage of when they go to camera, or when they go to commercial break, and they just show Sasha and Bailey versus Alexa and Cross just hanging out in the ring, waiting for the next commercial break to be over?
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense. That's what I would do if I was a wrestler. I get paid to wrestle doing commercials.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's a nice little escape, letting people watch something like that. I think if you keep it small, not a lot of crowd, like no crowds for sure. You only need like 5 or 6 cameramen.
You need 5 or 6 cameramen, and then just Triple H to just hang loose.
Yeah.
And you got a whole show right there. You don't even need competitors. Triple H was awesome this week.
The way WWE's going about these, it's great. Now, Mania, who knows there?
Oh, who knows?
Like,
Man.
This is getting hilarious because
This
you
is
can
the
see
first.
Vince going, "It can't stop us. Nothing can stop us."
So I did see something that said that they're projected to make like $78 million from the event, and Saudi Arabia has offered them $75 million to just go there and do it. So I would see them doing it. They'd be like, everyone pack up. We're going to Saudi.
We're going back.
Except for the IC champion.
Yeah, and the women, you stay here.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you know what they can't do? They probably wouldn't do in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, because I didn't even think about that one.
You know what they probably won't do, though?
You know what?
Feel
You know what they do?
the... Gulak!
Bring it to the flow.
I watched them film the women at the...
Yeah, they'll put it on a screen.
They'll put it on a screen, exactly.
It's weird. I don't know what they're going to do with that. But the fact that WWE is still trying to, like, have their events... It's a getaway for a little bit. Like, we understand the seriousness that's going on right now, but, like, if they're taking the proper precautions to allow Raw to happen, like, thank God.
Right.
NFL free agency hit today, and it has been chaos on Twitter. It is so refreshing to read about people getting traded. It's something that it's nice. So I'm really, like, actually, like, proud of WWE and AEW for, like, trying to stick this out, but they're doing it the right way.
They are. They're moving the story along, like whatever's happening outside of the world isn't happening. And you need that.
Yeah. Dude, so I hear you have a problem with my debate on a certain superstar.
All right, let's ring the bell.
We're
segment.
ringing the bell? In this corner, weighing a weight that our listeners don't need to know, Peter Bryan.
And in this corner, weighing too much than he needs to, Brandon Kirkpatrick.
All right, we're gonna get this out of here, folks.
Newest segment. It's called Wrestling Kangaroo Court, and we are putting up Who's been charged this week? Becky Lynch.
Now, Brandon got real butthurt via text.
Oh, I didn't get butthurt. I think you
tell.
thought I got butthurt. No,
I
didn't
can tell
get
your
butthurt.
text
I
messages
didn't
are
get
butthurt
butthurt.
texts.
I didn't get butthurt at all.
Your
I was having a
butt,
good time.
it hurt.
No,
And
it felt great.
so,
I got toilet
folks,
paper.
he gave me these simple text messages that are just typical Brandon when things aren't going his way. I know, been friends forever. I know your texts. He tells me like how he likes Becky Lynch. I don't. Plead your case on why you think Becky Lynch right now, we're saying right now is good.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I like Becky Lynch as a person. I don't like what they've done with her creatively right now. I think it's all gone downhill for her when she broke her nose to Nia Jax. And I don't think that's Becky's fault. I think she's great in the ring. I don't think she does bad on promos. But I think the things that they're doing with her wearing the glasses and the stupid hat and all that shit, that's creative. I don't like them because of creative. That's what I texted you, was that I was like, it doesn't seem like you don't, it's not that you don't like Becky. It's like you don't like creative and what they're doing with Becky.
No,
so that's what I was saying.
But I think Becky Lynch has a pretty big hand on the way she's doing it. I think
so?
Yes. She came up with the man gimmick. Yes, WWE has let her run a little rampant with it. But I cannot listen to her on a promo anymore. Her promos are stale, stupid, and the way she presents them are terrible. It is so bad. You can't listen to her because she just is like, yo, I'm really serious. And then she's doing that thing with her mouth and her nose.
Yeah,
and she
I don't
can't,
like
and
that.
It's not natural anymore. It's awkward. Stop doing it. Her moveset has become very stale. Her in-ring ability, like, it just seems slow. I'd rather watch Charlotte Flair. I'd rather watch Emma. I'd rather watch Asuka. I'd rather watch Shayna Baszler. I'd rather watch Bianca Belair. I'd rather watch almost half of NXT right now over Becky Lynch because she needs a break or something. She needs to get off my screen because it's annoying. Like, it's not fun to watch.
So does she lose at Mania?
Yes, she should.
No, she's not losing at Mania. I guarantee she's not losing at Mania. I get where you're coming from. I totally understand. I just think they went too far with it. I think like the Popeye faces that she's making, there's a problem there. Maybe you're right, but I like Becky. I just don't like what they're doing. I don't like the man gimmick. I don't think it's working for her anymore. I think they just burnt it into the ground, forced it upon us, did horrible mistakes, and now we're just exhausted and done with it. Like we are with most fucking gimmicks that they do.
Yeah, but I think she still has a hand in it, and that's why they're still running with it. I'm sorry, she does. If you don't think she does.
Oh, I think she does. I think she gets a lot more micromanaged.
She's probably still getting micromanaged, but I think she, one, is engaged to their other top star. So I think she has a little free will to do what she wants.
Sure. But I also think that Rollins gets kind of whiny sometimes, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, well, Rollins also hasn't been great either.
No, he hasn't.
So, all right, verdict, I win.
Okay, I'll give you this one.
win.
I'll give you this
Becky
one.
Lynch is old news.
All right, Pete. Other than Becky Lynch, who is your dud of the week?
The whole Elimination Chamber.
No,
yes, I can.
Pick
Yes,
one person
put the
from the
chamber up on the screen. Put
All
the
right,
chamber up, because that structure back there was terrible. You failed with your bulletproof glass and your 18 miles of steel cage.
I don't even think that glass was Nerf proof.
I don't think so either. But I'm over the Elimination Chamber. And there was no glow this week.
Good. My dud is going to be Cesaro and Nakamura because they're just playing second fiddle.
Yep.
They could be doing so much more. Put both of them in a feud against each other. I'd love to see Cesaro versus Nakamura. And they don't even need a reason. Just say they're competing tonight. Stud of the week? I'm going to go with Triple H. I think he really did a great job.
Yeah, we can definitely, you put him up there too. It was hilarious.
How he dogged Cole the entire time was
awesome. So it's almost like that's why I would like to watch Raw tonight, you know? So.
I think I'm watching it. It's going to start in about 30 minutes, so we might be watching it tonight.
Yeah. But
that is the Full Nelson Press, episode 79. It is a wrap. If you enjoyed our banter on sports entertainment, make sure you leave us a review on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, and make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. Anything else you want to add, Pete?
I don't think so. You know, might be trying to stream some more games here coming up.
What's your stream account again?
It's Pistol Pete 84 on Mixer. I don't know. I've been playing Blazing Chrome, which is impossible. I'm terrible at it.
That's the fighter plane, right?
It's almost like Contra. It's a Contra knockoff. And then I downloaded that Ori in the wind.
How is that?
Dude, it's like a really beautiful game. I can't believe I said that sentence, but it's like really neat looking.
I read a review on it that was 5-star, and it said it's as beautiful as it is difficult.
Yeah, I'm playing it on easy because I just want to beat it. Like, I don't care. I'm not gonna hide from that.
Did you ever beat Cuphead?
I did beat Cuphead. Yep, and I
Wow.
just beat my friend Painter.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a tough one too.
That was a fun one. So yeah, we'll probably be streaming here. Coming up these next weeks, probably a lot more. So we'll see what happens.
We've been playing a lot of that Call of Duty Warzone. That's been fun.
Yes, it has. So
Yeah, well, hey, go watch some wrestling.
yeah, bet.